turnovers piled up pretty quickly tonight, kind of carried over throughout the game. How much was that self-inflicted, or was that kind of what Philadelphia was doing defensively?
I would say half and half. I think some of them were, we weren't as secure with the ball in tonight's game. 18 turnovers. That they got 19 more shots than we did, and so for that on the road, we can't win. And so we put ourselves in behind their early 19 turnovers. We haven't seen that there for a while. And so to add to that, we gave up 20 offensive rebounds. So just understand we got to be better.
When it comes to like the three-point shooting, I know you guys have only made 3 tonight. When you look at the shot selection versus, I guess, the shot quality versus kind of the looks that you got, what did you see from the three-point shooting?
We just didn't make them, and we didn't get enough up. 18 of them, we were 3 for 18. So we got to make it. With the ones we take, we got to knock them down. But we got to get more, open looks, great for more threes. To shoot 18 is probably low for us, but to only make 3 when we have been making some threes here, shoot, quite a few of them. So, but with the turnovers, you can get less shots, so that's something that we got to be better with.
What changed there in the fourth when you guys had the lead and they came back?
Yeah, we played great in that third. We got to be better, with our bench. Understand we had some good looks that just didn't go down, or we had some turnovers that we didn't get shots. But then also we got to be able to guard the ball. We didn't guard the ball well tonight.
And just what do you think of the show that the 2 rookies put on, both of them?
AJ's good. AJ's good. He's aggressive. He's fearless. He can shoot it. He can put it on the floor and get to the rim. I thought Cooper again did his best to put us in a position to win.
So without guys like Embiid and Paul George in the mix, that puts a lot of onus on Tyrese Maxey to kind of show it below. How have you seen him go from just where he was as a rookie to now show anchor in this offense?
Yeah, I think when you look at guys, you can tell who've worked on their game. He's one of them that always has added something in the summer, and you can see it, displayed tonight, being able to shoot the 3, and then also being able to get to the rim, and he also showed the floater. So he was aggressive tonight. He's one of the best guards in this league.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Hey, good. I saw you feel uncomfortable about your right hand a couple of times in the game. So how you rate the injury?
You said what, my right hand?
Yeah.
No, I just hit on the rim a little bit. A little stinger on that.
Okay.
Cooper, you guys had 18 turnovers tonight. How much of that was kind of self-inflicted, or how much of it had to do with the defense?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was self-inflicted, but you got to give them credit as well for speeding us up and getting the lanes and just making us uncomfortable as well. But I think a lot of that is kind of self-inflicted, and we can definitely clean up on a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah. What did you see in terms of the shot quality from three-point range? 3 for 18 tonight. I think it was the lowest of the season.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think we got terrible looks. Obviously, sometimes you don't get a great look and somebody did a bad shot, and you have to live with that. But I think all around, for the most part, we got pretty good looks. Shots didn't fall, but we got to find ways that when shots aren't falling to still always win. So.
Cooper, how did it feel playing in Philly for the first time?
It was good. It was good energy, good environment here. We got great fans, so I thought it was a really good environment. It was a lot of fun.
And do you have any plans for your birthday tomorrow?
Nah, not really. We're flying out to New Orleans to go get ready to play them. So, resting up, get my body right, and getting ready for another one on Monday, I think. Right, Monday.
New Orleans. Do you feel like you had anything kind of special going with VJ?
No, I think we both played a solid game. He played a really good game. He was aggressive, got to his spots, rose up. I knew that's what he was capable of. He's a great player. Been playing against him for a couple of years now, competing at a really high level. So, I know the competitor that he is, and the level he brings it out every single night. And so I knew what to expect coming in. He's just a high level player.
How tough did Tyrese Maxey make it on you guys too?
Say what?
How tough did Tyrese Maxey make it on you guys too?
Yeah, he makes it tough on a lot of defenses. He's really quick, explosive. Gets to his spots. You have to pretty much track him all over the court. So he's a tough player. He made it really tough on us, and got to his spots like I said. So he's a really good player, and he impacts the game in a lot of ways.
What are some areas this team can improve going into Monday's game?
Taking care of the ball, for sure. Definitely taking care of the ball. 18 turnovers, like we talked about, way too many. We got to clean that up a lot. And, I think just continuing to execute our game plan. I think there was a couple game plan things tonight that we didn't follow, and it ended up hurting us. So you just gotta follow the game plan.
Cool. I have a question. Yeah. Cool. Greetings from China. I want to know, do you know Hansen Yang? You guys drafted.
Hansen Yang
Hansen
to
Yang.
Portland, right?
Yeah, Portland. Yeah.
I don't know him personally too much, but obviously we got drafted together. So.
Could you please share some impressions about him?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know him too much. We have, I don't think he played in either in the game we played against them. But from what I've seen from film and whatnot, it seems like obviously he's a big body, got good touch, good feel for the game, and good luck to him. And I hope he just stays healthy and keeps getting better.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Happy birthday.
What was the tough part going into tonight? Obviously, they started with 7 turnovers in the first quarter, kind of carry over for the rest of the game. Would you say that was a big part of the reason they lost?
I mean, 18 turnovers. Not gonna win a basketball game like that. 20 offensive rebounds. Not gonna win a basketball game like that. Feeling good. After the third quarter, and they made a run. Maxie was into his right hand, which is what on our game plan. Our game plan discipline, wasn't there all the way to the 448 tonight. So when you put all those things together, it's going to be a tough time, being a team like that.
You guys only made three-pointers out of 18 tonight. I think that was the lowest of the season. What did you see in terms of shot selection?
I don't think we were aggressive enough, which caused some of our turnovers. We were playing a shot ready.
No. Hell no. Hell no.
But shooting 18 threes.
Hell no.
Shooting 18 threes. Not gonna get you wins in today's NBA. A guy that shooting 50. So, I'm not saying we got to force them there. We're going to take what the defense gives us, obviously, and we were in the game. It was limited threes, but I think we probably do got to shoot a little bit more. But if that's not working, we can't let that dictate our effort on the other end.
I don't know how much you get to watch while you're actually out there, but what does the future of this game look like when guys like Edgecombe and Cooper can go at it like they did tonight?
The game's in good hands. All these young guys, not just them two, but just around the league. The older guys, decide to hang them up. I think the game is in good hands. The game is just constantly going. With these young guys coming in, NBA ready. When I came in, it was usually about a third year. Kind of find your rhythm, find your groove, find who you are. Guys are coming in from day one and making a name for themselves. So the game will be in good hands for the future.
Well, what are some things Philadelphia did to swing the game like in the fourth quarter?
They took some charges, kind of sped us up, turnovers again. I think that was kind of the main thing, our turnovers and our shot selection was tough, kind of played in their favor, and they get confidence. You start making confidence. Guys who don't particularly shoot the ball well, make shots. The two charges they had, one on Najee, one on me. Brought energy to them, to the crowd. So things like that kind of just get them the momentum. And when you're on the road, you got to kind of silence their momentum. And we just weren't able to. Because we used to make shots, and they're obviously rebounding, pressure on the ball. It's tough to kind of do that.
How tough is it to stay attached to a guy like Edgecombe? You got a guy like Maxie who you got to pay attention to as well. He can score all three levels of the court.
It's tough, but I think we're good enough defense to do so. We're able to have a game plan and then execute it. We just didn't execute our game plan to the fullest tonight.
giving Maxie a lot of space, letting him go right, giving Ashcombe space, like three, in that fourth. Giving him space. We just can't let him get downhill. All their guys are, especially today's event, everybody's crashing. So, it's tough, obviously, because they both can play.